Okay, today and I think most of you might have downloaded the text file from the Google Classroom, right?
Yes, sir.
And I have uploaded the text file in the Google Classroom, and I have added 5 stories. And each story I have added some pictures. Okay, so what we are going to do is we will create 5 pages today. Okay, 5 pages, and in each page we will add 1 or 2 pictures, and we will try to interlink these pages and all the 5 pages. A website with the 5 stories. So that's the purpose. Let us see how far we can achieve. Achieving the sense, I can go on within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but you people have to create that part. So first we will create a 1 page. Then we will try to create a second page. And if you want, then we'll go on with the third and fourth, fifth stories. Okay? And open the text file and copy the first story. Because you can type the story, but that will takes time for us. That's why I thought, okay, I'll go give you the story in advance. This is first story. This I copied from PTI, yesterday's story. Okay, yesterday the story came in the PTI, so I copied this story and go to file again, open a new notepad file. Okay, and don't paste it directly. First, you will create a basic HTML coding. You type the basic one, HTML, then head, then title, and make sure that it's just type something to identify the story. Okay, first news story. I think it's about China India story, Indian China. Okay, okay, and close the title, and then close the head. Start the body and close the body. Close the HTML. Right? Done. This part is done. Now within the body, go here and paste. Control V. It's being pasted. Okay, and just see that, and this being pasted within the body. The body starts from here and closing here. So here you can see the story with multiple paragraphs. There each paragraph there's a break, and automatically let us see whether it's being replicated as it is the screen or not. So the next step is first you will save the file. Go to file,
Sir, we have to add
save
the
as.
paragraph.
Hello.
Sir, without adding the paragraph, without command, how can we make it will be, sir, automatically be changed in different paragraph.
So without P, it won't come, right? So we'll test it because many people are newcomers. So they will also come to know that, right? So good. Thanks giving this input. But basically, I want to know that without P, it won't come. But I want to show you, demonstrate that even you can create a paragraph in the notepad, but it won't be displayed as it is in the browser. So first we'll save the file, then we'll come back and we will edit again, right? And go to all files and mention that the first story. Our first story you may confuse. Okay, Indo-China, just HTML. Okay, always put some name that you can identify with the story. That's easy. First story, second story, you can do it for today's exercise. But I would recommend always give some name which is related directly to the story. That's easy to, because tomorrow after this one, when we are going for hyperlinking, so are we linking this story to the sports or business? So that's easy to understand. That's what I'm saying. Okay, Indo-China HTML. Like last time I told you that create a folder and keep everything in one folder. Don't keep HTML in one file, images in another file, or HTML, each HTML in Don't keep it in different locations. Create a folder and keep everything in the same folder. That's easy to create a hyperlink. That's very much easy inserting images. So within this 11th July, I am saving this part. Okay, Indo-China HTML save. Like Simran saying that we can double click, but I can't go back to the screen because that will. Okay, that may be the reason why I'm using the keyboard to open the file, because I can't go back to the folder to double click. So it's easy for me to open through keyboard. Okay, so Indo-China, we have opened that. So you can see that here you're correct. I think somebody said about that paragraph without P command, we may not get the result, right? So this is the output. All the paragraphs, whatever type in a notepad is being merged. So now we have to create a paragraph. Okay. Now we will go to the first paragraph. Type P and then close the P. Open the next paragraph. Okay. So only that type this much. Start with the P here and close the P and open the next paragraph P. The easiest way, we don't need to type again and again. Now you type the closing P and opening P, a highlighted portion. Just copy that part, right? And go to the end of every paragraph, you paste that, right? Just paste that. It automatically, because we have opened the P here and being closed here, and we are opening another P. So this way it will save our time. In a computer, that's very important. Saving energy is more important there. So no need to type it again and again. Paste it and go to next paragraph. Paste it. Like that you repeat for all the paragraphs. Paste. Okay. And save this file. Control yes. First time only you have to go to the savers and put a HTML tag, HTML extension and save the file. And subsequently, you can use a Control yes command or file save option. Now the file is being saved, and we will refresh it in the browser. So you got the paragraph breaks here. So now the stories looks in a simpler way, not in a one paragraph. It's a multiple paragraph. It's a simple single paragraph. It's a short paragraph. Remember that. See how the news agency is writing the story. I think hardly can see any paragraph with 3 lines. Mostly one or two. This is how online sites. Of course, the newspaper they'll re-edit it, and only online this news agency mostly they'll try to use it for online purpose. That's why they write it in that way only. Okay, so hardly you can see any paragraph with the 3 lines. Of course, this is a screen looks big, but if you squeeze it, you may get 3 lines and all. But what I'm saying is that paragraph always they write in a very short level. Okay, now hopefully everybody's following that. Somebody. Okay, so now the basic structure is ready. Now we are going to add one image to this story. First, you go to the folder where you have downloaded all the pictures from the Google Classroom. Go to that folder, and you might have seen one image related to China, Indo-China case. Okay, that file name looks very big, so I renamed it as Indo-China. Okay, right click, rename it, and type Indochina part, because it's easy for us to understand and easy to insert an image file in the HTML coding. So file name, make it short. Okay, and remember that it's a JPEG file. There are multiple image files, PNG, JPEG, or the TIFF. There are a lot of files are available, but the JPEG is a compressed file and very popular in the online platform. Okay, and it takes a very small size only. It's a 233 KB. Okay, small size. It's a very big picture size is big, but the file size is small. 233. 233 KB in the normal, in the current bandwidth and the current internet speed, it takes hardly 2-3 seconds only to download the image in any good speed, good internet speed time. If you are using very 2G level, then it will take time, because the 2G level 10 KB or 15 KBs are better. 233 takes time, but now I'm talking in the normal context where the 4G is available, right? So this is a file we are going to insert, Indochina JPEG file, right? Come to the notepad, and normally in the first paragraph we should not insert the image, so we will add little bit down the line, and here the third paragraph, okay, and start with the IMG. This is indicating the image, okay. IMG is for short form for the image, and give a space. Then type SRC. This is for SRC means source, from where this file comes from. That since the HTML file and the image file are going to be the same folder, so we don't need. So that's why I insist that keep your all the files in the same folder. If it is a different folders, means you have to give a file path. That's very complicated. C oblique, and then you give a file name, folder name, file name. Then that goes in a very complex way. So keep your HTML file and image file. Then we don't have to worry about the file path. Directly, you can give the file name. IMG, this for image, space SRC for SRC means source, equal double quote, and we put the file name Indochina dot. You have to give extension, file extension also. You have to specify that, and everything should be the double quote. Okay, IMG space SRC equal to, within the double quote, put the file name dot file extension. Okay, only this much, nothing else. And unlike other HTML codes where we have to start the code and we have to end the code, but the image file, image source, image tag, like a BR, like HR, image doesn't require to close the tag, HTML tag. Okay, only this much information is possible. Press Control S and go to your browser and refresh that. So you'll get the picture. This image is very big and it disturbing the whole display. And sometimes, yeah, you may not able, yeah, you may
Hello.
not able to see the full picture also. Okay, so we have to edit the picture. But HTML coding, there is a provision of resizing the picture, but I won't recommend that part. Basically, it's better to do the image editing in appropriate software called either Photoshop or appropriate Photoshop editor, any editor for image editor software. But in case here now we are not going to learn about Photoshop, but I'll give the very basic coding which helps you to resize the picture. We are not editing the picture, just resizing that. So just type width equal to 350 pixels. This number indicating pixels, not centimeter, not inches. It's a pixel. Okay, space, height equal. You put height. You can. Looks like it's a very landscape, so it should be lesser than width. Okay, so you can say 275 approximately. I'm giving the image may be distorted. Don't worry about that. But if we want to resize the image, make it smaller. Okay, and press save. Go back to the browser and refresh that. Got it? Image is being reduced. Now you can see the full image, right? And possibly we can make it 300 because it looks little distorted. 310 also. Okay, yeah. See, this is not an image editing process. This is just we are resizing the picture. But remember that the original I told you that the image file size is 233 KB. You can resize the image in the HTML coding, height and width. You can resize it, but the 233 KB will be remain same in the HTML resizing that. Okay, and but if you resize the same image in the same any other software, the photo editing software, if you make it 300 by 250, then file size may come back reduced to either 40 or 50 KB. Okay, so that will help a lot in while displaying the images in the online. For news website, when somebody opens a page, it has to be displayed within the shortest possible time, or else if the page is not opening in a very shortest span of time, then the users may migrate to other site. Okay, because we have plenty of opportunity to see a story on Indochina or any matter, right? So they make sure that that's one of the criteria for any website. Page has to be displayed either because the audience may come from wide variety of internet connection. Maybe many people may use 2G or some people may use 4G or like that. Or remote location, poor connectivity. The user doesn't. They never bother about these kind of infrastructural issues. They want that the page has to be visible in a 2 seconds, within 10 seconds, within 5 seconds. They don't have any time to wait for 5 minutes or 8 minutes to open a page. So page has to be displayed as early as possible. So make sure that text won't take much time. Text won't take much of a file size. Particularly the media elements like images, animation, or audio or video, that will take more time to display that. Okay, and particularly audio video, it may not create trouble because audio video uses streaming technology. Streaming technology means suppose the YouTube file may be a 1 GB size. Okay, and but if you insert a YouTube video, and it will display the first few seconds video. When you click that while playing your video in the background, automatically the browser downloads the remaining file size. So you may not realize that the video is downloading parallelly while playing the video, right? For example, I'm uploading all the videos in the YouTube. Each video file size is more than 1.5 GB or 2 GB file size. You may not realize that. It may come automatically because YouTube use a different algorithm. Depends upon your internet speed. It reduces the quality. There is an auto mode is there in the video quality. It changes 350 or 750 or 1200. And there's an audio quality, video quality, okay, HD quality or SD quality. Okay, so that's audio video part. Technology, we have the solution. Even the 2G, it works in a level. But the image and text and all, right, that it won't be customized according to the internet connection. So you have to be very careful while adding the pictures. Make sure that takes very small size of the file size. Okay, and this is not recommended way of editing image, but still, right? So this is how you can resize a picture. And now the second part, you can see that the image is taking a lot of space. Here, there's a lot of white space, right? That is disturbing that because the image should go along with the text. So we have to align the image with the text. After, sorry, after your height, okay, and type align equal double quote. You can say left or right, whichever way you want. I'm putting right. Okay. If you want to keep it right or left, you can keep it in the left. You can keep it like that, left or right. Center, I don't think so it will work in a HTML part. If you want to image be centered, then you have to go for table. But in a normal alignment, left and right is always better for text wrapping. and save this file, go back and refresh that. Okay. So image goes to the right side and see the white space. The white space is being removed. Now I think we got a headline, we got the text, we got the photograph, and the photograph also aligned with the text, and the image is wrapped around with the text, and the image goes along with the proper design. Okay, hopefully this output is coming in your way. Adding a text, putting a paragraph breaks, then headline, we added a headline, then we added the image, then we resize the image, then we have aligned the image with the text. This is how we did so far. Hopefully everybody is getting that result. In this look at the screen. The image, the text starts from left and go all the way to the right, and it occupying the entire screen. Okay, and you may not seen any website like this. Usually, the page is a text or website centered in the middle only. Left and right, they give us a lot of space. That space they use it for advertisements, display, or they'll put some kind of Google ads or whatever thing. Because in uh, in our screen reading also, I may not be comfortable to read left to right in this kind of 800 or 1200 screen size part. Okay, so that's not an ideal way of keeping a text story in this left to right. So what we'll do, we'll squeeze the story, and left and right we will give some white space. So this story will be in the middle. There is no simple shortcut for that, but we have to create a table. Okay, table. You might have you know that what is a table, right? Table looks like that one small box. Within the box, we are keeping everything within the box. So automatically, the page will be squeezed. Creating a table is a very complex issue, but today I'm going to tell you the very basic one, and that way we can squeeze the entire screen into make it smaller. It goes in the middle. The story goes in the middle. Okay, so just type a table, nothing else. Table, and you have to add two more. Here, the table means the table. It should have a row and it should have a column. In HTML, we have to specify everything. Okay, and this is for adding a row, and this is for adding a column. So we have created a one table with a one row, one column. Okay, no multiplication, no further division. This is a table. Under the table, first row and first column we have created. Okay, and as a normal practice of HTML, this has to be closed. So our entire story goes inside the table. So first close the column. You have to go open it in this way and close it in a reverse way. First close the column and close the row and close the table, right? And of course you can save, you can check it, but you won't get any result because we haven't done anything beyond adding title table. Okay, so second part. Now what we are going to do, the table width is, we are reducing the width of the table. You say width equal to double quote, we will make it 70%. We are not specifying the size of the width table because any website can be opened in a mobile, can be opened in your computer, you can be opened in a laptop or tablet. You know that each gadget has a different size. Mobile is a smaller screen, laptop is a little bigger, a tab is in between, and computer maybe 21 inch or 15 inch or 16. It goes in different sizes. Okay, so best way is you specify the percentage. Whatever the screen size, and this table takes 70% of that screen size. That's it. There is standardization. If otherwise you can give 800, you can give 900, you can give 1000. In your mobile, if you say 1000, and automatically the screen size is small, and you have to scroll here and there to check that. If you specify the percentage, irrespective of the screen size, the table takes 70% of the screen size. The story will be visible within that 70% of the screen. Okay, and just save with that, nothing else. Only specify this part. Save this and go to the browser and refresh that. Okay, so you see that automatically the space is being created. Of course, it's being aligned left. We will check it. We will change that part. We have created a space, white space. Okay, now this part has to be rectified because by default, anything goes in the HTML goes in the left side only. We will change that, and here we'll say align equal double quote CENTER. Okay, center. Check the spelling. CENTER. Save this. Go back and refresh that. Got it? So left and right. If you want to keep it 65%, but don't make it a very small percentage because otherwise it looks very difficult. Of course, many website looks exactly the 70% only. Within the 70% only, they'll give a advertisement and the screen in the middle of that portion. They'll give the story. Okay, so this is how you can change the screen.
So there is a TR tag, table row tag,
Yes, yeah, I
and
know.
TD is table data. So TD is used for the what content you want to enter in each cell of the table,
Yes, yes.
and
I'll try
TH
with the
is
TR.
table header. Yeah,
I'll try with the TR.
yeah.
Okay, right, it's coming. And then, as Elias said, that we will add a new row and a new column. TR, TD. This is the second row and second column. Right. Save this. Go back and refresh that. So we got that. Here we got it. Right. Okay, so the TR, okay, TH part I used to have a TH, but okay, TR fine, should works like way. Okay, but this is it. Today's class. I'm not ready for giving more complex TD1. That we will take it separately. Maybe probably next week we'll take more complex way of designing pages. How to segmentize the email. Basically, TR the table purpose is dividing the whole screen into multiple segments. Okay, that's the purpose of table, and that because if you want to make it a very professional way of design for your website, then you can do it only through table. Another way is of course a CSS style sheet. Style sheet is a little more complex, but we need more time to learn the CSS. Uh, we will learn the first HTML, then if time permits, we'll go for CSS part. Okay, but today's class is nothing about the table. I want to introduce only this part. The file story should take the middle position there. Okay, that's what we have done that part. Now the last segment of this class is to introduce hyperlinks. Hyperlinks, what we have to do, we have to create one more story. So what's the best way to do that? You save this file and create a new because HTML same way. So I'm creating a new page called Solar, and I'll copy the story from the text already available in the Google Classroom that you might have copied into your system. This is a solar part. This is also yesterday's development. Prime Minister opened some solar energy plant somewhere. So copy the story and then oops. And here paste the story. Close the body, close the HTML, and then basically we are to add the paragraph here like that. Close the P and open the paragraph. Copy this and paste it in every paragraph. So automatically that creates a new paragraph automatically. Okay, save this file and then add one headline H1. Okay, and then like earlier story, table width is equal to 70%, align center, then tr td, and just before closing the body.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Ah,
Sir, does reversing the order of TR and TD also make any difference? Like if we write TR first and TD.
suppose you can do that, but I don't think so. You'll get the display. I don't think so. You'll gives the output. You'll get the error if
Okay,
you
sir.
misplace the order. First, you have to close the column and row, then table. Open the table, open the row, open the column, close the column, close the row, close the table. So this is how we have to do it. We have done the headline. Then we will insert one image here, and we'll check which. There's a one, Reva 1, Reva 7. These are two or photographs for this story. Image SRC Reva 1.jpg with 250 height, 225 align right. So this shows this we have added everything here, and we will open that. Solar. Okay. It's alignment. Something wrong with the table alignment. Align center. everything's okay. Anyway, so that's I'll check it later. So this is a story, and what we are going to do it now. We will add the hyperlinks. We will.
I think sir one doll course is missing here.
Which one?
After 70%,
Oh
a doll
yeah,
course is
70%.
You
missing.
not put the 70%, you not put the quotation mark.
Correct. A small mistake also makes a difference. Okay, got it. Right. Okay, now we will create a hyperlink from this story to solar story to the Indochina story. Okay. If you want to follow the table, you follow the table. Or else we will learn the table next week. Just simply you type that href hyperlink reference equal. Just type the file name of the first story, Indochina.html. Okay, and just type next story. And close the A. Here you have to close the A. So this next story is a text, and that will become hyperlinked. Hyperlink means by default it's become blue color underlined. And when you move the mouse over the next story, it turns the mouse into the hand symbol. Okay, so that's a effect. It shows that the page is being linked with some other story. Okay, and save this. Remember that A space href equal double quote file name dot file extension. There are we can create HTML also. We can create HTML also. But for our standardization from the beginning, we are using HTML. So okay. So use HTML. Don't use HTML. HTML also allowed. But either you go with HTML or go with HTML. Don't interplay with these two because it will create confusion while creating hyperlinks. And this, you close A here and type the text, whichever text you want that gets hyperlinked. You type the next story, then close the A. Okay, and save this. Go here and refresh that. And if you go to the bottom, you will see the next one because this is not a part of the table. That's why it's going to the left part. Okay. If you click the next story and it opens at the our first story. Okay. And in the first story, I think first you introduce this part where we'll see how these two can be interlinked. First, you add this part to any one of the story. Okay, next story. Right, yeah. Now, in that case, the link is over, means go open that first story again. This is Indo-China story. Open. And go to the last part after the table. A href equal solar.html. Close it. Second story. And close it. That's it. So we have to add the line in the first story and the same line in the another story. Okay, if you do that, these two stories are got interlinked. Now you can go from back and forth and refresh this and go to the bottom and use the second story. Click that, it goes to the second. Then go here and click that. So from one to second to one, you can go around. See, basically adding hyperlink in the bottom is not advisable. Should have been the top. But for the learning purpose, I am added that bottom part. Okay. So add this line in the both the stories. First story to second solar and solar to another one Indo-China HTML. So if you add these two, then basic hyperlinks is being created in a site. So it's a site with the two pages. And people can go from 1 to 2, 2 to 1. Easy. next week what we will do, next week we will learn more about the tables. Okay. Particularly if you go to any website, the story may not start only with the headline and the story. Okay. The website should have name and should have categories like about us, contact us, national, international, sports, business. So we have to create a categories, and we need to have a name for the website. And then there is a left bar and right bar. Left bar, the number of stories available in one column. Right column, we may have a different information about other related other related links for the story. So next week we will make the story. We have created stories only. So now next week we will try to create a name for the website. We will create a categories. All this can be done through tables only. Okay. So far we have learned how to deal with the text, how to do the basic formatting, how to do a image, and how to align and editing. We do the basic reformatting of images, how to do the hyperlinks.